So let's first check out my review of Dennis Prager's new book. It just came out. Here's correspondent Owen Benjamin. Hang on a second. Hey guys, I'm really excited. I just picked up my new Dennis Prager book. It's called Why the Jews. Interesting. The reason for anti-Semitism. I can't wait to... Whoa! Oh no! Man, I bet that book was really good. All right, that's unfortunate. I didn't get to read the book about why there's anti-Semitism. Man, that's unfortunate. Want to see it again? It's one of the funniest things ever. That's a bummer, man. Big laughs from the people. But so Dennis Prager wrote a book called Why the Jews, and it's about why. It's a full book as to why people don't like the Jews, why there's anti-Semitism. I guarantee not one page addresses any of their behavior. It's probably because, that they're so good at everything. That's why people just get so angry. Not the rapes and the stealing. But I don't know. I'm really excited to see it. I'm really excited to read it. Let's check it out again. This is Dennis Prager, Israeli nationalist, wrote a book, and I'm about to review it. Hey guys, I'm really excited. I just picked up my new Dennis Prager book. It's called Why the Jews. The reason for anti-Semitism. I can't wait to... Whoa! Oh no! Man, I bet that book was really good. Yeah, so again, it will not be fair when they add book burner to my Wikipedia, because I tripped. When Wikipedia adds Owen Benjamin book burner, they're being dishonest because I tripped. And it just, nobody even asked if I'm okay. And some crazy guy saying, yeah, it was boomer mail. But it was like, and of course they didn't send a super chat in it. It was just but it's like, if you read this, you'll see everything if you read Dennis Prager's book. I didn't even open it. I was about to review it, and then I tripped. For those of you just listening, the book went plunging into a fire and incinerated. It's so crazy how there's a stigma against burning books. It's like you delete emails all the time. You delete things off your phone all the time. You delete videos. You burn newspapers as kindling. Why not books that suck? I have no problem burning books. I really don't. Like when it's propaganda, when it's like The Right Side of History by Ben Shapiro, all I see is Firestarter. For those of you that watch my Instagram live feeds, this will be extra cathartic because old Ben Gleiberman popped on there one night and me and him had a huge argument for about a half hour. And because he's running for president and he's a grabbler. And his daddy's a grabbler and his mommy's a babbler. And this was him on Fox News yesterday. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll discuss why this doesn't work anymore.
We don't have children put in cages.
All right, so
we don't have black people being attacked and being discriminated against in America. It's ridiculous. When are we actually going to care about people?
We're going to go
we got the virtue signal.
I'm out. Enough of people not honestly, it's bullshit.
He's an actor, right?
For people in this country that are your fellow brothers and sisters.
All right.
Sure to win the election.
Well,
or the Oscar.
The Oscar. We're on the table because we're gonna wrap it with something more fun.
We don't have children put in cages.
All right, so
okay, so then Ben Glebe says, I couldn't take the heartless lack of caring for our fellow citizens anymore. I had to leave. If virtue signaling means I express that I have virtues, then guilty as charged. Morality is not up for debate. I'm running for president because I actually care about people. Glebe 2020. Okay, that doesn't work at all anymore. Want to know what he was trying to recreate? Was Jon Stewart's famous meltdown on Crossfire. Because what the Grabbler will do is create a big drama and then try to suckle off a high trust society like ours, where everybody is like, let's just try and make everything work. And it doesn't work anymore at all because what he's saying is insane. The way that the Grabbler operates is they use the black as their puppet, as their little dog, as their pet. Where they're like, people are attacking the blacks. Everybody's like, shut up. I love that they mocked him. I know. Oh my God, spot on, BB. He was trying to do a Jon Stewart, and then he does the Grabbler move where he says, I couldn't take the heartless lack of caring. We don't need any more fake caring, Ben. We need authentic caring. You know, like people like me, willing to burn a book by Dennis Prager. That's real care. A guy who became a goat farmer to avoid these type of people. Okay, I had to leave. If virtue signaling, this is so female. If virtue signaling means I express I have virtues, then guilty as charged. Morality is not up for debate. Actually, it is, Ben. People do it all the time. People debate, like in the Instagram chat, if someone jumped to their death from a burning 9/11 tower, is that considered suicide or not? Like, good people debate morality all the time. Like, choosing between dying in a fire or jumping out of a window, is that suicide because you choose it, or is it just choosing a better death? That's what people do. We do it all the time. It's one of the reasons that I'm so into talking to some Muslim religious scholars is because I like to hone my morality based on as much good, authentic input as I possibly can. E. Michael Jones, Catholic, it's like I love it because I want to know what the absolute truth of God is. And let's watch Ben Gleiberman again. And again, his daddy owns dolls. His daddy collects dolls. True story. His mommy's an Israeli citizen. And then I'm about to show you what real power and why the Jew is really the victim of the Grabbler as well. Owen Benjamin of House Bear, friend of the Jew, enemy of the Grabbler. Ben Glebe is a Grabbler. He's attempting to get power with manipulation and lies. It's what they do. Wait till I show you this video from Israel. It's mind-blowing.
We don't have children put in cages.
All right, so
we don't have black people being attacked and being discriminated against in America. It's ridiculous. When are we actually
virtual signal? Yeah.
By the way, so do you see why I always say let them destroy themselves? It's not your job. When Ben Gleiberman came on and tried to hijack my live stream, and I was like, I stood up to him in every possible way. What did he resort to? He started slandering, lying, all that nonsense. I kept, even after the thing was over, I kept hammering him. But you don't have to stop them because they stop themselves. Just let them embarrass and humiliate themselves. I'm about to show you what happened because of the PewDiePie incident and the consciousness that is rising. This will not be tolerated anymore. Watch. Watch this baby embarrass himself. When Jon Stewart did this, a very similar thing, the world was a much different place. The world was a much, much different place. People said, Jon Stewart is upset. He must be passionate. He's fighting for the little guy. Now, he's doing almost an identical thing that Jon Stewart did. Jon Stewart, when he was on Hardball talking about how, corrupt the stock market is, he never told you that his brother is one of the heads of the Dow Jones. He's one of the heads of all of the New York Stock Exchange. Jon Stewart's brother. He's a Grabbler. They're all Grabblers. And Jon Stewart's brother, I believe, is a billionaire. And then little Jon Stewart, his last name is, I believe, Leibowitz, is the propaganda arm of the Leibowitz family, and his brother is the financial arm. And we all see it now. We all see it. So now Ben Gleiberman is trying to do the same thing. And look at how the times have changed. Look at how pathetic this is. You have two young girls just wincing and being like, what a baby.
We don't
No,
have
guys.
children put in
No, I'm
cages.
not-
All right, so
we don't
actually-
have black people
Ben,
being
Wow.
attacked and being discriminated against in America. It's ridiculous.
Virtue
when are we
signal received.
actually
Virtual
going?
signal, yeah.
When
Virtue
are we
signal
actually
received.
going
We
to
got it.
care about people?
We're gonna go.
We
We're
got
gonna
the
wrap it
virtue
up.
signal. We
I'm
got
out. Enough of people not caring.
Right now is mommy.
Bullshit.
He said, and they swear.
He's an
Have a
actor,
heart
right?
For people in this country.
His
that are your
momm's
fellow
like,
brothers and sisters.
yes, Benjamin. Yes,
All right.
it. Sure to win
Benjamin.
the election.
Well,
Or the Oscar.
We're
The Oscar. The
left on
Oscar.
the table because we're gonna wrap it with something more fun. We're gonna. Okay, no,
We don't
no,
have
guys.
children put in
No, I'm not-
cages.
All right, so far.
I couldn't take the heartless lack of caring for our fellow citizens anymore. I had to leave. If virtue signaling means I express that I have virtues, then guilty as charged. I love the blacks. I love them in my mouth, in my asshole, in my hands. Running for president. This grabbler. Would you like to see what the Holocaust industry has done to the people of Israel? This is why befriend the Jew. Owen of House Bat, friend to the Jew. Enemy of the grabbler. Look at what they make these people do. Let's just watch this together. It's creepy. Okay, so this is to remember the 6 million murdered in the Holocaust. Look at what they make them do. They have to stand, this is what power looks like. Would you like to see what control, want to see what mind control looks like on a global scale? Watch this. Just wait. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that fascinating? Just a sound. Heel, doggy, heel. They blow a whistle and everyone stops. For those of you just listening, the cars have stopped. The people have stopped moving. There's no walking. There's no commerce. Complete control. Complete control. Look. No one moves. And this is what they do. This is what they do. By the way, the Holocaust was 80 years before, and the numbers are highly suspect. It was part of a war in which a bunch of grabbler bankers started and killed 70 million people. Look at this. That's mind control. Who are the Nazis really? Is it the people that they're supposedly remembering? Or is it the people that with one sound, with one annoying sound, they can make every single person stop? That isn't the remembrance of the dead. That's the cowing, the cucking of millions of men. Look at that. Listen to that sound. That's their prayer. Their prayer is to relive genocide. Bet you didn't know this was happening, huh? Where is this, Big Bear? This is Tel Aviv, Israel. Look at that. Look at it. Do you see the difference between the grabbler and the Jew? Those people are victims. It is haunting. What's next? Genocide? And then they just go right back. That's power, guys. That's the power over a human mind. And how do they do it? Trauma. Repeated trauma. Media. Movies. Shame. Guilt. 70% of Jews believe that, and they're bragging about it. The Times of Israel. The Times of Israel has called me a anti-Semite more times than I can count on my hand without 6 fingers on it, unlike some of these people. Oh my God, really thought it was North Korea. No, this is why I want to befriend Jewish people when they want out of that. Is because that's hell. That's doom. Is that a Owen? Hello from Belfast. Hey Belfast. I performed in Belfast once with the Impractical Jokers at the really awesome arena. The 2 minutes of hate. No, it's 6 minutes. They do 6 minutes of hate. Trauma-based grabber control. Exactly. I thought the grabbers have high IQ. No, they don't have high IQ. The highest IQ in the world is the Chinese. I thought that was China and North Korea until I saw the people. Right, that's Israel. That's the place that everybody thinks is having such a good time and they're so in control and they're so rich. That's hell. You just witnessed grabbler hell. And so that's why you have to have compassion for the Jew. Because they have to live that way. They have to like relive. Imagine if your great-grandmother was raped and every day you had to stand still as you think about the 2 minutes she endured her rape for. That's Satanism on the most primal level. That's one reason why I'm trying to break the Holocaust spell, because the people it hurts the worst are the Jews. Literally, it doesn't hurt me. They have such survivor's guilt that the suicide rate, the drug rate is unfathomable over there. Thought it was Silent Hill. Is Tyler Goldstein a Torah Jew, not a Talmud Jew? He's not a Talmud. He's a fractal Jew. He's all about math. That is right out of dystopian novel. Yes. Let's watch it one more time. Let's just watch this again. No, we don't have to. I don't want to put you guys through that. But see, when I say it's sad, it's very sad. Yeah, their fear is not from God. Their fear is from their overlords that are grabber, the bankers. I put the victims down years ago. Right, exactly. Every human being comes from a lineage that experienced genocide. Every human being comes from a lineage that was part of a genocide and was the victim of a genocide. It's our past. Everybody alive is genetically related to a slave and a slave owner. And so you have to let it go, or else you'll never be free. You'll always be living in this hell. And the Jew lives in that hell every day of his little life. And it's like, it's very easy to hate the Jew for that, but it's not. They're not the grabbler. Those people are trying to get to work, and they're forced to stand and silently relive a genocide that may or may not have even happened the way it was said. I bet you're right. I want reparations. I know you're joking, Bullhunk Bear, but never think like that. That's called victim mentality. That's learned helplessness. You don't require reparations for anything. Back in the day, they used to actually have to traumatize people. They used to actually have to put people in camps, break them, hit them with the butt of guns. Now they have these screens to do it. Right, BB? Jews and communists benefited the most from Nazi regime and the Holocaust. Right. It's almost as if it was a grand trick, like 9/11. Ta-da! Guys, these people are ancient. They're Babylonians. It goes back to fucking Babylon, pre-Babylon. This is a biblical struggle. Yeah, that grabbler can't think for himself. He's in chains. Would you like to see some good news? All right. Let's just watch E. Michael Jones be a legend. He's coming to my Indiana show. I'm very excited. If you would like to understand what more happened, how unbelievably cool the PewDiePie thing was, watch this.
Over the past 24 hours, we have seen a revolution in consciousness, although it didn't seem that way. Just yesterday, PewDiePie, who has the largest single individual YouTube internet audience in the world, announced he was going to give $50,000 to the Anti-Defamation League, or the ADL, because...
Want to hear something, a little benefit about being depersoned people like me and Jonesy here? I can play this whole clip and I know that my channel won't be taken. I won't get like struck for it, or they won't mute it. because I know, just like me, he isn't monetized. So this is the irony. The poison. These people poison themselves. It's Proverbs. It's out of book of Psalms and Proverbs. It talks about how the enemy poisons themselves, right? You don't have to do anything. So look at what the grab word took from Jones and myself is we can't monetize our channel. We're constantly being struck. We have to go to alternative platforms. Unauthorized.tv, become a member today. Unauthorized.tv. But the beauty is I can play a 6.5 minute clip and know that it's fine because they've taken away the copyright protection, but it's freeing. Can you imagine a world where I could just play people's videos and music? Michael Jones is better than Alex Jones. Alex Jones is shit. He's a little grabbly, little greasy, tranny porn addicted failure of a father who sells boner pills to scared young men. Michael Jones is fucking awesome. I can't wait to hang with him in Indiana.
To say how the ADL fights hate speech.
I'm donating $50,000 to Anti-Defamation League, which is an organization that fights bigotry and prejudice in all its forms.
What happened over the 24 hours must have come as a surprise to PewDiePie and the ADL and everyone else involved in this scenario.
That's a lie. They're extremely vicious organization when it comes to targeting individuals that they do not agree with.
24 hours later, PewDiePie went on, made an announcement that he is not going to give any money to the ADL.
I need to make an announcement. We thought it would be nice to donate to a charity as a way to celebrate. I made the mistake of picking a charity that I was advised instead of picking a charity that I'm personally passionate about. The whole internet just didn't believe it. Like, why is he donating to his charity? Look at his face. To be fair, I saw it as an opportunity to put an end to these alt-right claims that has been thrown against me. I knew it wasn't perfect, but I also didn't know a lot of things that surfaced throughout this whole thing about the charity that doesn't fit at all. So I understand why people had concerns about it. And these are things that I would have known myself if I had just taken my time. It really doesn't feel genuine for me to proceed with a donation at this point, and I instead wanted to actually take my time.
You guys see the Iron Cross on his neck? PewDiePie's a fucking genius.
Sorry for all the confusion, and I'm sorry for messing this up.
What happened during this period of time is that PewDiePie ran into consciousness, the consciousness that exists out there among the people that he's supposed to be leading. Those people now understand that the ADL...
PewDiePie is such a genius. It's like he's acting like he didn't know what the ADL was. It's so profound what he's accomplishing. Of course he knows what it is. He played their narrative and then just did a full inverse. It's incredible.
Not some disinterested philanthropical organization that fights for their rights. The ADL is the main author of the hate speech censorship campaign that has swept through places like YouTube on the internet. The ADL is involved in thought control. The ADL is the commissar that enforces psychological warfare on the population at large. Psychological warfare is the disruption of prohibited speech among subject peoples. Anyone who disagrees with the ADL will be demonized. The ADL has the power to ruin their careers, ruin their livelihood with total impunity. In the Soviet Union, this was done by state organizations. In the United States, it's done by privatized entities like the ADL. This brings us to the understanding that PewDiePie bumped into. What is the ADL? Somebody knew, even if he didn't. The ADL is a money laundering operation. It is a domestic espionage organization that spies on you, keeps files on you, and will use this material to destroy you if you do anything that they do not like. That is what they've been from the beginning. In exchange for contributions, the ADL will do its best to keep Jewish criminals out of jail. This has been their history from the beginning. I've already written a book about it. It's called How Meyer Lansky Took Over the Cincinnati Ballet. It's available on Amazon Kindle. Now, Meyer Lansky, notorious criminal, make significant contributions to the ADL. It didn't work because the ADL at that time didn't have the clout that it has now. But Meyer Lansky's granddaughter did end up working for the ADL. Modalitz, another notorious Jewish criminal who was involved in rum running during Prohibition. He was head of the Jewish Navy in Cleveland that brought illegal booze into the United States from Canada. He was involved in gambling and prostitution in places like Newport, Kentucky, and he got run out of town by a Catholic prosecutor in Newport, Kentucky. That story is also in How Meyer Lansky Took Over the Cincinnati Ballet. In 1984, we reached a crucial turning point here. 1984, Modalitz had given enough money to the ADL so that they then gave him their Torch of Liberty Award. At this point, Modalitz was no longer a gangster. He was legit, and anybody who said he was a gangster would be accused of being an anti-Semite. 1984 is also a crucial year because this is the year that the ADL got in bed with the FBI, collaborating on what they said were hate crimes, which basically diverted the FBI from going after real criminals like Meyer Lansky and Modalitz and getting them to apprehend or harass the people the ADL didn't like, which were then known as hate groups. Didn't stop there. The ADL was the bag man in the operation that got Mark Rich pardoned by President Clinton. The ADL gave an award to a certain Mr. Kirshner in Florida, and he was the one who arranged the sweetheart deal that got the late Jeffrey Epstein off the hook. So we have a consistent pattern here. The consistent pattern all of a sudden reached a tipping point. Okay, there was probably a moment in time where PewDiePie could have said, ADL, money, $50,000, and everybody would have cheered or no one would have objected, but those days are over. The consciousness is rising. Logos is rising now. We all know what a false flag operation is, and we didn't know that before. We now know what the ADL is, and PewDiePie had to find that out the hard way. We will continue to use our YouTube channel, but in a different way than we did before. I will be releasing short topical videos like this as we move forward, and I will continue doing longer interview-style podcasts, but they will only be posted on our BitChute channel.
Brilliant. So to stay ahead of the devil, what's the next move? We can clearly see that the consciousness is rising about what the grab wars are and how our nation has been subverted. The next move, if you really want to stump the devil, you got to be ahead of the curve. Don't hurt the Jews. Like that you want to win the whole game? Have children. Work hard. Have gratitude. Experience joy. After lust and envy got us into this satanic, porn-filled global homo reality, wrath is another level of hell. So don't do it to them. A Jew bear said something very funny in a live stream the other day. He said, "Don't kill us. We don't need any more holidays." It's so true. It's like they require violence against them in order to have their mind control. So how do you beat that? Like, stay ahead of the devil. Stay ahead of the devil, right? So it's like, don't inflict the wrath on them. Let them humiliate themselves. Whoever makes the clothes gets the power. That's kind of the reality. That's why a lot of Jewish immigrants in the early 1900s were in the textile business. And that's why you see them all still, all the big names in fashion, Donna Karan, blah, 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 they're all grabblers and babblers. So China now makes the clothes. So it's like their power is rising really fast. Fortunately, they're incredibly racist people. And I'm saying fortunately because they think that we're just like round-eye monkey retards. So they're all about China. I think that their ability to be nationalist is commendable. And so they'll probably annex New Zealand and Australia if they don't get their shit together and just work them like farm animals. But yes, Vox agrees about China. Yeah. But it's like they're just like, we are here to buy a farm. They're not like, hey, freedom is slavery. Sodomy is fertility. They're not Jewish. They're like, I have more money and gold than you. I will get your farm. They say what they're going to do. And they can't stand small hats. The small hats were planning on fleeing to China because the parasitic, they've already suckled the West pretty dry. They know that the crash will happen financially in America. We'll survive, though. No despair. It's fine. I'm looking forward to not being an empire. I think it's ruining the souls of our people that we are an empire run by small hats. It's obvious, guys. It's obvious. We're run by a foreign nation called Israel, and 70 of our congressmen have dual citizenship with another country. But yet people just talk about Russia for no reason. It's hurting people's souls that we're part of an empire. I wouldn't mind going back to some poverty living if it meant an honest living. I was ripping last night on Instagram about how the CIA or the NSA or Mossad or something, it's impossible to infiltrate the bears because we aren't doing anything. It's like, so I'm a bear now. I'm definitely not CIA bear. Okay, so what's the plan? Well, we just kind of watch them be funny and then we try to have kids. No, but so what's he doing? What's the plan? It's like, well, he tells us to not watch porn because it makes us sad. Okay, so I've infiltrated the bear, so now I have control over. So what's our mechanism for control and money? Well, we just kind of send him extra money if we have any extra money, but he doesn't really care either way because he says that we should spend it on land and have a bunch of kids and stop watching pornos. Okay, I've infiltrated this strong group of nationalist Christians called the Bears. Okay, I've taken control, sir. So what's their mechanism? What's the supply chain of money and power? There isn't one, sir. They just kind of send them a $20 every now and then, and they don't watch pornos. And they like to laugh a lot. That's why there's no infiltrating. Because there isn't anything to infiltrate. Yeah, he does live streams where we all laugh about his goats and stuff. So, goat, what is that code for? It's not code, it's a literal goat. He milks it. I honestly think that's why there are some people in intelligence agencies to just listen. So, hey guys, and they've just learned to enjoy it because there isn't any rituals here and there isn't anything that you can infiltrate because there's nothing. It's literally just a dude being funny in his backyard telling everyone to not watch pornos. So what's next with them? Well, someone just sent him a drawing that they made of a bear. So is that a symbol for what's coming up? No, he just keeps telling everyone. He just I got one for you. Well, what is it? What's the plan? He keeps calling Joe Rogan a sodomite. Does he have blackmail information on Rogan? No, he's really good at pattern recognition and he can tell he's a homo. Okay. Infiltrators in the middle of Operation Duran Duran. Imagine not knowing what we were for a while and trying to report on what we're doing. Where it's like, okay, so it's Operation Red Pill Rooster. So what's the plan? Okay, he videotapes the Red Pill Rooster and then does funny things over it. And thousands of people watch and they wear t-shirts about it. Oh, so what? So they're going to overthrow? No. He just keeps telling them that Alex Jones is sodomite and to watch pornos and to not be scared of anything. Sir, there must be something. No one would have over 3,000 people watching without some sort of supply chain of money and power. No, it really is just that. He really just wants no one to watch pornos because he thinks it makes dudes sad. So what motivates him, sir? Well, he just likes to make people laugh, and he really fucking hates grabblers. So he's anti-Semitic. No. He's boys with some Jews. He doesn't like grabblers. Those are the real sneaky Jews. But it also includes Stephen Crowder, who says he's Christian. So let me get this straight. He professes hate crimes against criminals. I guess.